Hours Diary, where Third Way Alliance launches its Women Caucus this morning at the party's headquarters in Lavington, Nairobi. The party will also give its position and clarification on the gender question in the context of the Punguza Mizigo Bill. Now, also today is the second last day of the National Population and Housing Census, which kicked off on Saturday, the 24th of August 2019. Enumerators will be wrapping up the count tomorrow, with those yet to be enumerated requested to get in touch with the local area administration. Elsewhere is that aspirants are hoping to use the Jubilee Party ticket for the upcoming Kibra constituency by-election are required to apply to the party's National Elections Board by close of business today. The party will then conduct interviews for aspirants this Saturday and on Monday next week. That is the news diary as of now. We'll keep updating it as our reporters feed our newsroom on what exactly is developing on the ground as time goes by. But definitely remember, the question of the hour as of now is what's happening where you are. And therefore, you need to find us on our social media platforms at K24 TV. Use the hashtag K24 Daily Brief, and you can also find us on our SMS line 21222, and we'll be in a position to appreciate what exactly you will have told us in as far as what is happening where you are is concerned. And speaking about feedback as well as more updates from our correspondents across the 47 regions, I now hand it over to Shiksha Arora, who's standing by to do exactly that.
Right, of course. Now we'll be taking you directly to Nakuru, where we have our reporter, that is Kigotho. He's on standby, and he's going to be giving us the latest from where he is, telling us what updates he has for us and what to expect today in Nakuru. Good morning, Kigotho. How are you doing? And what's happening where you are today?
It's indeed a sunny morning from Nakuru County, and especially a Molo constituency, where we are today to engage with the locals on issues that have been affecting them, ranging from the lack of water, fires that has been consuming their houses, and also their feel on the last days of the census. But generally in Nakuru County, hawkers are today going to be meeting with the CC in charge of industry and also in charge of maybe trade to be able to discuss on ways they can be able to clean the town, and also to come to an agreement on the payment that they are supposed to be getting, to be paying to the county government. Also, Boda Boda riders are going to be having the same meeting. They have been accusing county askaris of harassment and also monopoly in terms of them owning Boda Bodas and not giving others chances to come and trade in town. We will also be catching up with the regional commissioner, that is George Natembea, to also give us a brief on the progress of the census and what they have been able to achieve and what they have not been able to achieve, and maybe the challenges that the enumerators have gone through. We have also been briefed by OCPD Nakuru Central, Helena Kabaruku, that 10 youths have been arrested by being suspected of having engaged in cybercrime and also what we call fraudster. They have been confirmed to be fraudsters. They have also been arrested with smartphones and other gadgets worth millions of shillings. And the OCPD, Miss Helena, has told us that these are some of the groups that have been terrorizing people online and also physically in their homes. We are going to be following up this story because Shiksha, one of the youths who have been arrested in that operation, is confirmed to be living in a two-bedroom house that has furniture of worth over 500,000. Name it, fridges, smartphones, smart TVs, and all the electronics that are supposed to be there. They have also arrested some of them in possession of bang and other drugs that are abused by youths. We are going to be following up this story so that we bring you up to speed on what is developing, and we will make sure that all these stories are delivered so that our viewers can be able to relate and also to give their views on the same. From Nakuru County, Molo constituency, my name is Kigodho Mwangi. We shall keep you updated from all corners of this republic as what is happening. And remember, tomorrow we will be having our Deputy President William Samoei Ruto, who will be visiting Bahati, Subukia in Nakuru, and also PCA Bahati for a fundraiser. And we will also give all those details to you as they happen. From Nakuru County and Molo constituency, my name is Kigodho Mwangi. I take you back to Shiksha Aurora for more updates from other regions.
Thank you very much, Kigodho, for that update. Of course, he says there is a lot happening in Nakuru. He's also going to be speaking to the county, regional county commissioner, of course, that is George Natembe, and he's going to be asking him the challenges that they've been facing with this year's census, of course, as it comes to an end in the next day. And I guess that's something that we will be looking forward to hearing right here on K24. Apart from that, he's also spoken about Boda Boda riders and, of course, the challenges that they've been facing as well the past few days. So a lot coming from that area, Nakuru County. We will definitely be patching up with him at a later time as he gives us the latest and keeps us up to speed right here on hashtag K24 Daily Brief. That's how you can interact with us. Remember, we'll also be covering the other counties. We've got Nyeri County, we've also got Muranga County, as well as Uasin Gishu County. So our correspondents are live in the different areas as they tell us what is happening where they are today right here on K24's Daily Brief. So Sam and I will also be talking to people. Now remember, as we said earlier, the counties have decided to shut down their respective counties, of course. The governors rather have decided to shut down their respective counties because if the stalemate is not resolved by September 11th, that means that September 16th, there will be absolutely no work that's going to be done then. So I guess that's something that we need to clarify with our governors. We'll have them on standby on the phone, and of course they'll be giving us more details regarding the same. But for now, let's go directly to our reporter, that is Timothy Simwa, as he gives us the latest from where he is, that is in Eldoret. And of course, good morning, Timothy Simwa. What is happening where you are today? Kindly give us an update of what to expect in your area today.
Good morning to you, Shiksha. Two key issues will be actually following up today in Uasin Gishu County. And one of them is the vice of drug abuse within Uasin Gishu County. Shiksha, while the concentration and all the attention of the country might have been, shifted to the coastal region, there is also every need for other areas in this country to be actually focused on. Just this morning, Shiksha, Muslim clerics will be having a press conference to just get to speak their voice about this vice, which they say has been on the rise in Uasin Gishu County. We are told that cases of truancy, cases of violence, and of course people being mugged all over the place have been on the increase. This is largely blamed on drug abuse. We are also told that there are cartels or certain groups of people who are actually peddling these drugs around. While someone might think that maybe when you talk about cocaine and heroin, these are some of the substances that can only be found maybe the coastal part of this country. Shiksha, it's live in Uasin Gishu, at least from our early interaction with some of these clerics, are saying that a good number of youth are actually engaged in, of course, abuse of this kind of drugs. So this morning they'll be trying to give their voice and also trying to get the attention of the government and those who are concerned, from the county government to the national government, to step in and make sure that they are saving the next generation, whom they say they are deeply engaged in this vice. The other issue we'll be looking at, Shiksha, this morning is that the county public service just interdicted 10 public health committee officers. This follows a recommendation from the county assembly health committee that found these 10 individuals culpable of impropriety and abuse of office. Shiksha, just in the recent past, the CEC in charge of health in Uasin Gishu County has been under pressure to actually relinquish office, and even the members of the county assembly went ahead and tabled a motion to impeach impeach her. But of course, she was given a lifeline by the High Court in Eldoret when she moved to court to seek stay order. And of course, the court actually did bar the county assembly from discussing the impeachment motion. Some of the grievances members of the county assembly have heard about the CEC say she's been running the office unilaterally. There is also claims of abuse of office and actually not paying attention to some of the laid procedures that actually governs her office as CEC. And now this morning we got the word or announcement that the Public Health Service had moved to interdict at least 10 officers as it also was into investigation just to establish how much money may have been actually embezzled in the whole process, and perhaps consider bringing culprits to book at the end of the day. So those are the key issues, Shiksha, we are going to be following up closely in Uasin Gishu, and of course before the end of the day, or rather in our subsequent bulletins, bring you up to speed of what will be the outcome. Shiksha.
All right, thank you very much, Timothy Seymour from Eldoret. Of course, he's given us what exactly is going to be happening from his county, that is Uasin Gishu County, and in Eldoret specifically. So he's told us what to expect from his end. So yes, we'll definitely be catching up with him at a later time so we can get more details. Now, for now, as we told you earlier on what's trending, yesterday has been a very active day on social media. A lot of people had a lot to say with regards to different topics, from sports to politics to, of course, the education department as well. And we'll start off with the politics. Now, yesterday, the counties have threatened, they've warned that they will be shutting down on September 16th if the stalemate over the Division of Revenue Bill is not resolved by then. And of course, this is because they've said that they don't have funds to keep the counties running until then. So that is a challenge that they've echoed and of course relayed over and over again. And I guess this is something that a lot of people have been talking about. The hashtag Oparanya has been trending on Twitter. So let's take a look at what you've had to say regarding the same, and of course what's been happening when it comes to social media and the feedback that we're getting. Remember, the hashtag is K24 Daily Brief. That's where you're going to find us to talk about the various subjects that have been trending, the various hashtags that have been keeping at the top on social media. Now, there we go. That is the first hashtag that has been trending. Now, that's hashtag Sosion. Now, remember, Secretary General of Kenya National Union of Teachers, that is Wilson Sosion, yesterday said that he's not going to be leaving anytime soon. This comes after a section of National Executive Council members said that they want him out of office and of course to step down. So I guess that's something that people have been talking about, reasons behind why he said he's not going to be stepping down and reasons behind why these members of the National Executive Council have said that he needs to leave with immediate effect. Now let's see what you've been saying. That's hashtag Sosion from @M_Tansi, who says, well, this is the next one, at Mohammed Osman, who says, Sosion is doing nothing for teachers. When you lose support of 41 to 47 branches in the country, you should not blame TSC. Moving on to the next tweet that's come in from @M_Tansi, who says, he's being fought from within and without, but he's a fighter who lives to die another day. So yes, that is in support of Wilson Sosion. We've got another one from @Nabenyo Sami, that is with regard to hashtag Oparanya, and he says, shut down how? Resolve the impasse and stop the shenanigans. It is the common Mwananchi who is and will continue to suffer because of these wars. Now remember, if the counties are shut down, as he's rightly said, the common Mwananchi will be suffering as services will not be offered. Now I guess that is something that will need to be discussed. We'll have a conversation with one of the governors later on as well to clarify some of these things. Now the next one has come in from G Chaboy, who says, shut them down. The employees are kids from well-off families who care less about service delivery. Moving on to the next tweet that came in from Jack, who says, let them shut and they should also quit their offices. Most governors in the regions have turned to be lords of impunities and cartels in the making. So that is with regard to the threats. that the Council of Governors had said yesterday. They've warned that they will be shutting down their respective counties. Now, moving on to the next one. This is with regards to the UEFA Awards 2019, where yesterday we had the winner, the very prestigious award known as UEFA President's Award, the one and only Eric Cantona, who had a very interesting speech. Now, maybe we'll try and get that speech for you later on because of, trying to decipher what exactly it meant, to read between the lines. And this one is from @Akim, who says, what did Eric Cantona mean with his speech? Everyone looks so lost. I have absolutely no idea, so I guess we'll need to find an expert to give us more details on what that speech meant. @Coffee Prayman, who says, powerful speech by Eric Cantona. He wished he never grew old to retire from the game. He loves soccer, and so do we. Of course, yesterday we saw that Twitter was abuzz with hashtags when it comes to soccer. We had hashtag Ronaldo, hashtag Messi, hashtag UEFA, hashtag Van Dijk. So these were a few of the tweets of the trends yesterday when it comes to Twitter. So I guess now we know that we as Kenya are full of sports. It is something that runs in our blood, of course, and we are absolutely pleased to know whenever there's activity in the sports department, especially when it comes to football. For now, we'll be having more details regarding what's happening in our respective countries, as we've been asking the question, what is happening where you are? So we have our reporter Wahu Ngugi on standby, and of course she's going to be giving us more details from Nyeri County regarding the latest from her end. Good morning, Wahu. What's happening where you are today? Kindly give us a brief of what to expect in Nyeri County.
Thank you very much, Shiksha. And today in Nyeri County, we don't have much, but there's some few activities actually where today the Department Committee of Legal and Justice Affairs will be meeting the residents of Nyeri for public participation on the same. And actually from there we'll have to check in what is coming in, because today, as I've said or as I've told you, we don't have a lot of activities taking place in Nyeri. Apart from that, maybe we can go down to the villages and see what is happening. But for now, Shiksha, that's what I have, and that's what I've been looking into today. So, Shiksha, maybe we'll catch up later, or maybe not. But if we catch up later, I'll see you then. Shiksha, back to you.
All right, of course, that was Wahu Ngugi from Nyeri County regarding what's happening from her end. She says there isn't much activity there, but yes, whatever we definitely get to hear from what she has to say, we'll definitely be updating you right here on hashtag K24 Daily Brief. Remember, you can keep interacting with us. The question right now is what is happening where you are now. If you've noticed something that's happening in your neighborhood, if there's something that you'd like to update us with, and of course, keep us up to speed in your area, maybe that's something that will interest us, so get in touch with us on our social media handles. That's at K24 TV on Facebook as well as Twitter. Remember, you can also text us on 21222 in case you've got something important to tell us, and we'll definitely be airing some of your views. We'll be sampling some of your tweets as well. So in case there's something that you think is important when it comes to politics, it could be sports, it could be current affairs as well, get in touch with us. Don't forget to hashtag K24 Daily Brief, because that's exactly where we'll be getting all your responses. Now remember, coming up later on, we'll also be talking about what's trending on international news as well, on the international front. So make sure you're tuned in later on. For now, we'll also be telling you the latest with regard to what to expect when it comes to the different counties as well. So we've heard from Wahu, we've heard from Kigotho as well in Nakuru, Samuel. Now I think we'll be patching up with Kisumu to tell us the latest in that area. And apart from that, we've also got Mombasa with Fred Kai on standby, who's also going to be giving us a brief of what exactly is happening in his area. So yes, do stay tuned, because we've got a lot happening in terms of events.
And talking about a lot that is currently, ongoing in the country will be a conversation that will be interpreted either politically or legally, and that is the stalemate of the Division of Revenue Allocation Bill 2019-2020. Yesterday, we saw the governors pronounce themselves through their umbrella organization, that is the Council of Governors, that come the 16th of September 2019, there is a risk of counties grinding to a halt if at all there will be no resolve in as far as this issue is concerned. And Shiksha, we've seen this issue taken up over and over again.
Right.
I don't know, from your point of view and your understanding of this particular matter, is it okay for governors to even think of going that direction, offering that kind of a threat?
I think these are empty threats to start off with. I think that if you want to implement such a shutdown, it will take a lot of planning, it will take a lot of effort, and of course, trying to get a clearer picture of what exactly is happening. I feel they've come to the conclusion where the only way out is by these threats. And I guess that's exactly what they've done. They feel that if they go this way, if they go down this road, things will work in their favor, but I guess only time will tell.
It's a political concern.
Definitely.
It's definitely a political concern moving forward, even observation of how the mediation team has been handling the matter so far. And not to mention, a critical question then will be raised, and whether legally there's a provision of governors even recommending shutdown of counties in spirit of devolution. And of course, under the articles and under the article in the Constitution, I believe it's chapter 11 that talks about devolution, and also any enabling legislation around that area. They did ever envision a scenario whereby governors would come to the forefront and actually issue this kind of let's not call it a threat. They said it's a risk.
Right.
They actually were careful to use that word, that we risk grounding operations to a halt by the 16th of September if this stalemate is not resolved. But also timing and context around time is very important. Why September 16th? Why 5 days after the mediation team is supposed to actually resume its sittings and resolve this issue once and for all? And also, legally speaking, what would be the options moving forward should that mediation committee meet on the 11th and they fail to come up with a solution in as far as the DORA bill is concerned? That is definitely something and an angle that we shall be pursuing right here at K24 TV. But for now, as we gear up for a break in just a short while, Shiksha Arora will be bringing us up to speed with the news diary as it looks like by now.
All right, of course, moving directly to what's making headlines and what to expect today. We've got the Third Way Alliance that's launching its Women Caucus this morning at the party headquarters in Lavington, Nairobi. The party will also give its position and clarification on the gender question in the context of the Punguza Mizigo bill. Now, what exactly is happening with regard to the population census 2019? Well, it is the second last day of the National Population and Housing Census, which kicked off on Saturday, the 24th of August 2019. Now, enumerators will be wrapping up the count tomorrow, with those yet to be counted and enumerated requested to get in touch with the local area administration. And still on politics, aspirants hoping to use the Jubilee Party ticket for the upcoming Kibra constituency by-election are required to apply to the party's National Elections Board by close of business today. The party will then conduct interviews for aspirants this Saturday and on Monday next week. So basically, to wrap it up, that is exactly what you need to be expecting. You will be seeing throughout the day on our subsequent bulletins as well, because those are the news makers for the day. And of course, we'll be back with more stories making headlines, more live events to cover, and what you have to say on our social media handles. Make sure you don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this short break.